Hi guys, welcome to my channel At Home with Kayla, or welcome back if you're back joining me for another video. I'm so glad that you're here. Thanksgiving is coming up and I'm here to help you guys with some tips on hosting Thanksgiving dinner. Now, this is my first year hosting, so I'm not an expert. I am gonna try to give you guys some tips. I made myself a list of things that I think I need to do to prepare, so hopefully this will help you as well. Normally on Thanksgiving, we'll go over in early afternoon to my husband's side of the family, and then later in the evening, we'll go over to my mom's house. So this year, we are actually, instead of going to my mom's, she's coming here, my sister and her family are coming here. So in total, we're gonna have about 9 people, and that is including us. So that's including adults and children. So 4 are kids, but Chloe, she is 13, so she's gonna be sitting at the dining room table with us at the grown-up table, because our dining room table has 6 seats. So I'm gonna set up a separate little area for the smaller kids right close to us. That way we can all enjoy Thanksgiving dinner. But let's go ahead and get into these tips. Hopefully it will be helpful for you. Hi guys! So my first tip is just making sure that you are getting everything ready for your guest arrival, as in making sure the main areas your guests are gonna be are cleaned up, ready to go. So the first thing that I'm gonna clean is the foyer bathroom. That's where everybody is gonna go to if they need to. So I'm making sure it's stocked up with toilet paper, with the hand towels, you know, the soap, all of the good stuff, all the essentials for the bathroom. Then of course, once I'm done cooking, I will make sure that my kitchen is, you know, nice and clean and ready to go, as well as the dining room. So just the main areas you know you're gonna be at. Your house does not have to be perfect to have guests over. So my second tip is to have a menu planned out for your meal. That way you know everything that you need ahead of time. So let me just tell you our menu. I wrote it down. So basically, pretty simple stuff, but let me know in the comments if you have something that maybe you cook that is different, or you feel like not everybody does this for Thanksgiving. So with ours, we have our turkey, we have our stuffing, rolls, loaded mashed potatoes. My husband and I make this loaded mashed potatoes, and it's like really good. Anytime we've taken it to anywhere, you know, if someone says to bring something, anytime we've taken it, it's been raved about. So we feel pretty good about it. We've been making it for the last couple of years, so we're definitely making that. I'm also making a sweet potato casserole. So I really like sweet potatoes, and I actually got this recipe from my husband's aunt, and it's really good, so I enjoy making it. Then we are gonna have deviled eggs, simple, you know, easy to make. My mom is actually gonna be bringing broccoli and cheese casserole. She's gonna be bringing pineapple cheese salad, which is something that she makes that may be a little different, that maybe not everybody does. My sister's gonna bring pies and soft drinks, and of course we're gonna have cranberry sauce because Axel and I love that. So I think it's really good to have your menu planned out ahead of time. That way you know everything, you're not, you know, forgetting anything. If you want to write it down, that's another thing that can really be helpful. Now, my third tip is related to that one, because not only do you want to plan out your menu, but you also want to make sure that you go through your pantry, your fridge a couple of days ahead of time and make sure that you have all the ingredients you need. Because let me tell you, sometimes I will forget the smallest thing, and then you're in the middle of making something and you're like, oh my gosh, did I forget to buy vanilla? Did I forget to get brown sugar? You know, it can really just be, you know, the smallest little thing, and it can throw off your recipe. So my tip is make sure you know everything you need for everything you're making. Go through your pantry and your refrigerator and go ahead and set aside those things that you need. That way you are ready, you're prepared. There's nothing that's gonna be Thanksgiving morning, you're missing what you need. Now, with that, I also think it's a great idea to clean out your refrigerator. So throw out any old stuff, because of course we're gonna have leftovers, and you wanna have room for those leftovers in your fridge as well. Now, tip number 4, this one I feel like is gonna help you when you are starting to cook, because this way you are not like rushing around the kitchen and you're looking around like, what am I gonna use? What pan do I need for this? So I'm gonna show you how I decide which pan I'm gonna use for which dish. So for example, if you are making, like we are, the loaded mashed potatoes, the sweet potato casserole, and then you've got some other kind of casserole, things like that, you wanna make sure that you have enough dishes and enough serving spoons for all of those. So I have certain dishes that I think I'm gonna set aside to get ready for Thanksgiving, and I know exactly what item is gonna go in each dish. So just a little tip that can really help you. If you're like me, I like to plan ahead and I like to know exactly what I'm doing. That way I don't feel rushed or stressed at the moment. I'm sure I'll feel a little stressed my first time hosting, but anyways, I think that's gonna make it a little easier. So tip number 5, I think that it's a great idea to start setting your table ahead of time. Now, whether that's the night before or if it's the morning of, you could go ahead, lay everything out. That way you have your table just perfectly set for when everyone comes in. Now, if you have watched me for a while, you may know that I am a fan of the paper plates, okay? But I'm gonna be a little fancy on Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna use the nice plates, okay? I even got some cute plates for the kids. Maybe this will give you some ideas, or maybe you can even leave me tips in the comments if you think I should do something differently. Get it all nice and laid out to see what it's gonna look like for Thanksgiving. And another tip that I have for you, it kind of goes along when we talked about leftovers. So you know you're gonna have leftovers, and I know normally when we would go over to my mom's, we would all bring some containers, and she would have some containers on hand. That way everybody could get some things. You see Apollo back there. He's got to be in the videos. But so I thought it would be a good idea to have some containers on hand so everybody can take leftovers home, because I know that everybody's going to want to be eating on these Thanksgiving foods for a few days. So I went ahead and picked this up over at Walmart. It was only, I think, $4. And it comes with 6 of these rectangle containers. So I think that's pretty good. Another option is you can get some big pans like this, and maybe they can just put everything in one. If you don't have any issues with your foods touching and all of that, you could go ahead, put your leftovers in there. This little pan, I believe, was about $3 at Walmart. It's a 2-pack, and it comes with lids. So some really simple tips. That way all of your guests can take some leftovers with them, and then you'll have some leftovers as well, but it won't take up as much of your fridge. So that's basically everything that I can think of. I'm sure I left something out, but definitely leave your tips in the comments below as well. I appreciate you all so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button below on your way out if you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys, and happy Thanksgiving.